Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Music and Madness with Tom and John. We are here from the Villages, Florida. And John, as we talked about in one of our other episodes, we're going to be bringing in lots of interesting guests. And today is absolutely no different than that. Pickleball is one of the major sports they play down here, right?
Absolutely. We love it.
It's played every day here in the Villages. It's played in how many hundred courts do we have here?
260 plus.
Yeah, 260 plus courts. Lots of pickleball injuries. Lots of fun, lots of great exercise. But without further ado, we've got Coach Matty Klein. He is a pickleball instructor here in the Villages, and so is his wife, Mei Xing. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
All right. See that? I knew I could get it.
He's 1 for 1 today.
1 for 1. Awesome. Anyway, they're pickleball coaches. They're phenomenal. I happen to have an indoor pickleball coach, or indoor pickleball court, and Maddie comes and coaches several students in there. I think his wife, she's probably the better of the two of you for pickleball?
Absolutely.
That's
you
what
think I want to
figured.
eat tonight?
Better looking. Definitely.
No doubt there. I mean, that's what he says. He said if it weren't for you, he wouldn't have half the clients.
This is true.
I firmly believe that's why I signed up for the lessons. But anyway. Anyway, you guys teach year-round, right? You teach not only here in the Villages. Tell us about some of your travels. You traveled teaching pickleball. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So we've taught 37,000 people in 42 states, but we've taught on 8 cruises so far, and we just taught on a trip to Italy and Greece, and then the last trip was Sandals and Curacao near Venezuela.
That's amazing.
That's a tough life, huh?
Oh, it's hard, baby. Are you
Jeez.
all right?
Unbelievable. and when I had talked to you about a year ago, you had told me you were going to try to do every state. Have you gone to every state and coached?
We have 8 states left. We're going to Alaska May 13th, so we're going to get one more out of the way. But
Beautiful.
Hawaii is the big one.
Hawaii is the big one?
Hawaii is the big
Is that like the only 2 weeks that it's thawed enough they can play in Alaska? Or
You
what?
know, we decided we just don't care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get old enough, and she's young enough that you don't care anymore.
So they do play in Alaska.
They definitely play in Alaska. Yeah, absolutely. They have their own site on Facebook as well. But of course, it's mostly indoor.
What is most of the age of the people that you teach? I know now people are playing pickleball of all ages, but primarily down here, of course, it's
In the Villages, it's 45 to 70, sometimes 80 years old. But we now teach for the city of Claremont and the city of Mount Dora, and we have younger students, starting at 18. The sport is going to the younger people now. It's probably
Sure
50-50 right now.
Yep.
the younger people are taken to this probably more than tennis.
Definitely, because they like it's about the space. A tennis court 76 by 36. This is only 44 by 20. So if you've been playing these games all the time, it's a lot easier to walk around on a shorter court. It's a joke.
I was just going to say, are you implying that the young kids are lazy? Is that what?
Yeah,
Is that what I was?
terrible-
That's what I was getting. at.
Terrible thing to say. Yes.
Were you a tennis guy?
Yes, I was 42 years competitive tennis.
Go. Mei Xing, tennis? Played
No.
tennis? No.
Basketball player.
Really?
Yes.
How did you end up with him?
We met on a pickleball court. Actually, I need to thank my mom that you brought me into this sport. So before I came to the country, so my mom has always mentioned about pickleball, but I have totally no idea what is that. But when I were here, so she brought me to the court and introduced the sport to me. So, okay, just have fun because I am a sport person. I like sport. I don't mind to try different sport, but it's fun. From the start, I'm not really know what to do. I just try to get the ball over the net. My mom only tell me one thing, get up to the line. That's it. So I don't know why I need to get up to the line.
Mei Xing, put that microphone a little closer to you if you could. There
Okay.
you go, hon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen you play, and you're phenomenal. So you've
thank
picked
you.
it up very well, How long have you played for? How many years?
I think at least like
Well, we've been
9.
married 9 years, so you've been playing. May 9th is our 9th year anniversary
Yeah,
for
I
our
think
wedding.
9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You found a good one, Maddie.
I was lucky. She
You
came to
did.
my 350th clinic out of the 865, and I asked her out 6 times in a row. 7th time, I helped her on a Sunday, teach her for 10 minutes, didn't ask her out because a man chases a woman till the woman catches him. She asked me to a movie that night, and we got married 4 months later.
Wow.
And she drilled an hour and a half every other day for about a year and a half. She didn't play; she drilled.
Just drilled.
Yeah.
You're talking about pickleball, right?
No. Yes, I am. Because,
We got another show for that.
yeah, thanks, Tom.
Just wanted to make sure we were all clear.
And where are you originally from?
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Okay.
So you said you played basketball. Did you play professionally or?
Just a school team. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're very athletic. I've taken a couple lessons from Maddie. The highlight of the lesson is when we get to take and drill with you afterwards.
Yeah.
And pickleball, Maddie. That's what we're talking about.
Unbelievable.
Pickleball. No, she's very good.
Yeah.
She's an excellent pickleball player. And I think the rest of the women can appreciate also learning from another woman instead of, being intimidated by, somebody like Maddie.
Somebody like me. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Not too intimidating. I've seen you coach.
Yeah. No, I'm peaceful.
good.
I show love, but
You do.
she is amazing. They ask her for specific lessons. The footwork lesson is her number one. She
Yeah.
shows footwork. She's unbelievable. I'm so proud as a coach to say this is my number one pupil. Absolutely.
Now, when you come in and coach, do you always bring Mei Shen with you, or is it you coach on your own, or do you guys do it as a team?
90% of the time we do it together
Yep.
because it's very good for a marriage to do things together. And she's IPTPA, PPR certified just like I am.
Sure.
And she's been on most of the cruises and almost all of the teaching for the last 6 years.
So the Villages, as we've talked about on a previous podcast, is mostly transplants. And so where are you from originally?
I'm from Kingston, New York, but I moved to California when I was 18 years old and then moved to Maryland after that. Most people here are transplants, but that's great for our business because when we teach together, we always say, where are you from? And maybe they're from Boston. So then we say, would you like us to come during the summer? So last summer we taught all the way up to Maine and back. And we usually go out, we teach in different states, and that's how we've gotten our 42 states.
So how long have you been here in the country?
In this June will be 11.
11 years.
Yes.
Okay. You got it fresh.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a young one. I'm very, very happy. I'm probably the happiest man on earth with this woman. She is beautiful and kind and unbelievably giving. Just perfect.
And
Perfect.
now that you got that on tape, you can play this for her over
Forever.
and over.
Every
and
time
over.
she gets mad
Every
at me.
time.
That's right.
Perfect.
Remember what you said on the podcast about me?
That's exactly right. So what did you do in a previous career?
Before this, I taught tennis, and that was in between my career, which was LAPD on a motorcycle.
Seriously, you still ride at all or not?
No, I gave up the riding because she loved it so much, and I woke up at 3 a.m. once and had this dream that we fell and she couldn't use her arm anymore, and I just the guilt, I couldn't do it anymore. And in the Villages, 70 and over people, they've done the test at DMV MVA and they do not see motorcycles. So I did the smart thing, I sold the bike because of where we live. If we
Yep.
didn't live here, we would have been
Absolutely.
riding still. And do you miss it or what, baby?
Yes.
See that? She can still get a younger man that's probably safer to ride with. You realize that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
There are options.
Yeah, but I rode a motorcycle, so I had some good training, so I'm about even with them now.
Okay, that sounds good. So you say you teach on cruise ships. Tell us about that a little bit.
So 9 years ago, we taught the first cruise in history, the MSC Divina, and since then, we've taught on 4 Royal Caribbeans, 1 Carnival, 2 Carnival, and then Norwegian was our last one, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the nudist cruise, three years in a row so far.
The nudist cruise.
The nudist cruise.
You got it, baby.
Whole boat?
Whole boat.
Wow.
Paying people that pay for a nudist cruise. They actually leased the cruise. The company called, what is it called?
Bare necessity.
What is it?
Bare necessity.
Bare Necessities. That's the name of the company.
No kidding.
Yeah, and they actually lease the whole ship to Bare Necessities, who charges double for these people that are on the nude cruise.
All right. I had my first question was just going to be, how do you play pickleball on a moving ship? Now my mind is
Yeah,
spinning.
that's good. That question.
Let's go with that one first, and then we'll get a nude cruise. Are you serious?
Yes. Yeah.
Dinner, lunch, breakfast, everything.
Well, actually, they are allowed to sit in the buffet area with no clothes, and they usually bring a little towel to sit on, and we prefer not to eat there. We pretty much.
Well, you bring a sack lunch
Eat in
for a
your room?
week?
I'm sorry.
Bring a sack lunch for a week?
That can go either way, but I don't want to answer your question on that one.
No, he brings a sack to lunch.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for.
So you get breakfast to the room, delivered to the room.
Oh no, we go
Oh,
out.
so-
We go out and eat at all the places.
Oh, the ports.
Yeah.
Or the
on the
boat.
ship.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that must be crazy. And they must fill up. It must be sold out cruise.
It is
'cause
sold out.
Yeah, I'm
sold
sure.
out. Especially this last. We just went in February to March, and it was sold out.
All right, let's get back to the first question. Playing pickleball on a moving ship. Then we're going to get to playing pickleball naked, which is like, are you serious? So on a moving ship, I assume that's what they do, right?
Yes, they do.
And obviously it's breezy most of the time on a ship.
So the MSC Davina had nets, and it was terrible. I mean, it was really bad. 69 people with their arms crossed like this because the ball was blowing around because it was 50-mile-an-hour winds. But we just taught in Italy and Greece, and that was 3 indoor courts. It was awesome. No wind,
Wow.
of course. But on the nudist cruise, they are outdoor, and it's 1 court for the last 2 years, and this last year we finally had 2 courts. But they have nets around, and they moved it to the front of the ship, or no, the back of the ship finally, so we don't have that wind that we used to have the last 2 years. So it's not as bad. But believe me, people that are addicted to pickleball, which is everybody that plays it more than once, they don't care.
Okay. All right, I think I got a handle on the pickleball. Now naked pickleball. John, can you imagine?
No, I couldn't.
All right, with all the injuries that we already have with pickleball.
I know.
What do you do when you show up at the first aid station with like a third of a nipple burned off? Well, how do you explain that?
You put your paddle up from then on, and you learn really quick.
There you go.
This is
You're
your
right.
armor, baby, right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so naked cruises. I'm assuming then that nude pickleball is played besides cruise ships, other places, correct?
Yeah, we've taught at least 9 different nudist places around the United States so far.
Man, there's a lot of things I would think about doing nude. Pickleball would not be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, between running and it just, some of it must be ugly.
Honestly, have you ever seen anybody hit in the other region, baby?
Not really.
Really?
Me neither. And here's
Interesting.
why. If they take lessons from us, they're up 1 inch from that line at the no volley zone,
Yep,
which
so
means the
it's-
net is protecting them already. And only if their partner's mad at you, like my wife's mad at me, then they put it up there and you get hit.
So when you go on these boats, you say they got up to 2 courts. Is it optional that there are other courts? Are there more
No,
than 2?
this is a basketball court. It's a multi-use
I
court.
gotcha.
But
And
they actually rent it for pickleball all day this last cruise.
So
And it's full.
shoes and socks, I'm sure, right? I mean,
That is it. Shoes and socks. And some people just shoes.
sunscreen, I hope too.
Yeah, the
A lot of
smart ones have
sunscreen.
sunscreen. The smart ones.
No pasties for protection. No
No.
helmet for the little fella. I
Little
mean,
helmets, little jock strap.
No, but I might sell those next year. Great
Hey,
idea.
absolutely.
Hey,
Little helmet. Little logo on it.
that's it, yeah.
Coach Matty.
Pickleballminute.com.
Pickleball Minute.
Protect your privates.
That's what I was going to say. I love the video. He puts out videos on Facebook, and that's how I got to watch you play. And those Pickleball Minute are great
Oh, thank you.
because they're quick.
Yeah.
And they're to the point.
1 to 2 minutes.
Oh, I love them. And there's couple hundred.
There's 223.
I was gonna say.
We do them every 20 days, but lately, because I learned how to use an editing thing, I've been doing them every day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I love teaching.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, every day.
They're great to watch. I got my wife watching them. She wanted to stop playing. I'm like, well,
So where are the
Thank
naked?
you.
Where are the naked pickleball minutes? That's what.
Well, you know,
I think
Yeah.
that's what John really wants to
You know,
know.
That's right.
we do have some people that were very forward and said, hey, you're making videos. We don't mind. I've just been looking for somewhere where I can put them.
really?
But
Yeah.
that would be next year if I go out there and they say, we don't mind. I'll make some videos. No problem.
Yeah. You know what you got? Well, yeah. You
Got to get them
like
to sign
Pho-
something.
photos at
TikTok. Yeah. Photos at Tom and John at music.
that is absolutely insane. I have to tell you,
And when you go on the ship, so you literally coach. You coach, or is it open play, or how do they sign up?
We usually do 2 clinics, and we run a tournament. She just ran an unbelievable tournament because she's very good with numbers and organization, and she ran this tournament so good. So it was 3 days of a tournament.
A naked pickleball tournament.
You got it. Mm-hmm.
You know, I bet you that's where Bush League came up. That's the first Bush League.
I don't know, but that next tournament we might need to go and check this out.
Hey, so from talking to a lot of nudists, what I've learned is they say that when you go nude, and it's the one thing that if you question yourselves, the one thing in your mind that most people are scared of. Okay, they may make jokes, whatever, but they're scared of it. And once they do it, this is what they tell me. Once they go nude and they become a nudist, or they just go nude, their success rate in life goes crazy up because there's no more fear behind them. That's what they tell us. Agree?
Makes sense.
And Mei Shin's going to say something about respect after you, baby.
I mean, for me, it's just no judgment. So just a respect. So everybody have a choice that how they live their life. So make sure they feel happy. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what we've learned from that group of people. I mean, they're the most down-to-earth, nicest people. Not that we've taught, like I said, 37,000 people. We love teaching pickleball because most pickleball people are unbelievable anyway.
Sure.
But the nudist community, they are so relaxed. There's like nothing in the way. They play. They don't fight. It's. We've never seen it before at normal courts. At clothing courts, whatever they call it. What do they call clothing courts? There's
regular.
There's a word that they actually use. No, textile. They call it textile. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would think that. I would think you wouldn't judge because I'm sure they don't judge. They're nude. They don't care. They
Not
can
at
care
all.
less what they look like.
And
They can care less what you look like.
And you're talking all shapes and sizes.
Oh, I'm sure.
There is. I mean, some of them tell me what they do is they get really dark glasses. It's a joke. Anyway.
Well, I have been to Nudist Beach before, and I know there's all shapes and sizes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, we taught in Key Biscayne and then went to a nudist beach over there called Holliver or whatever, and it was just no judgment whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swam a mile out there in the ocean. It was just beautiful.
So would you say that naked pickleball players are better then?
Not better, just more relaxed. Yeah, more relaxed. I mean, you do get your competitive types no matter what.
Sure.
But they actually have tournaments in Kissimmee, Cypress Cove. Every 3 months they have tournaments there. And the way I met my partner was we went to all the tournaments 9-10 years ago, and I didn't even know him. I went there for the tournament, and he's not a nudist, and I found out that this tournament brings people there so that some people can decide whether they want to try it or not. But they continually have these tournaments. So it's called Cypress Cove in Kissimmee, Florida.
Wow.
Do you just kind of start out easy, like with just your shirt off, and then maybe
Most people do, yeah, and they build up or down. Yeah.
Build down. Yeah. So I'm going to get back to pickleball in 2 seconds, but you were an LAPD motorcycle cop. How boring was that?
So have you heard the word flip-flop?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm teasing. No, that was the best job of everything. I mean, I love pickleball and I love teaching it, but I loved being an LAPD motor cop.
And
I helped so many people, never had a complaint. I loved that job.
Were you were there during the whole OJ?
Riots, O.J.
Riots?
Simpson.
Oh, really? All that stuff.
You name it. Rodney King. I was there during those times, and it was awesome. I'm
You
sure
must
that's
have
another
some-
show.
Oh, yeah, that's another 10 shows. Wow.
It's too bad all
Yeah.
those people weren't naked because they'd have got along a lot better. It
They
sounds like.
would have.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I doubt they would have committed many crimes.
Yeah, you're right. That's unbelievable.
Well,
What a career.
No pockets to put anything in.
Right. Are you scratching my Tesla right now? Well, where do you keep that thing?
That's
Where do
right.
you keep your key?
Unbelievable.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, well, if you go to these places, they must have other sports in as well, not just pickleball.
They have volleyball. They have golf. They have tennis. They have kayaking, canoeing. Anything I'm missing, baby?
Yeah, most of the. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You miss any. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got them all.
They
And they
got-
actually have volleyball tournaments all around the United States at different places for nudists. It's a huge community. Huge community.
Yeah, I think there's an RV park close to here, like maybe in Ocala that's all nudist. I've driven
I haven't
by
heard
it.
about that yet.
I've driven by it and
Really?
seen it.
You've driven by it.
I've driven by it on one of one of the roads going to
Oh,
Ocala.
that's the one with all the horses that are naked. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'd ever give it a try. Would you? Jump
Yeah,
into
you know
the
what?
naked pickleball.
This late in life is probably it's not on my bucket list. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
What if you become senile?
Shit, I'm halfway there.
Exactly. Too late.
According to my wife,
Too late.
Yeah, it's that's already happened. It's
Short-term
not an
memory.
issue. Oh yeah, for sure.
Long-term memory, then you're there.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys live in the villages?
Yes, we do.
Oh, you do. Okay. So you do most of your coaching in the villages, or?
Villages and now Claremont and Mount Dora as well. But whoever calls us, we've been Beverly Hills, we've been all over the state of Florida. Whoever
Yeah.
calls us, writes us, and says, come do clinics or come do lessons. We start off with the clinic, and then they ask us to stay 3 to 5 days after that. So we end up making it a week
Really?
trip. Yeah, we love teaching. The passion's right
Yeah.
here.
Oh, I know.
Seeing
you do.
people change within 3 minutes gives me chills every time I teach. So I know that this is my passion. Absolutely.
Now,
I
like
can't get enough.
today, you said you didn't play, but would you jump out and just play, or you just like to coach?
We're going to drill this afternoon.
Drill.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna
you
drill.
just drill. You don't go out and jump in and play a game.
We were invited to Mount Dora last week, and we played high level over there, and that was a blast. But drilling is the answer to this game. If you're going
Yeah.
to play pickleball, drill 80%, play 20.
That's what everyone says.
Yep.
Did they just finish the courts in Mount Dora? They were working on the courts.
They finished all 6 of them right in the middle. So when
saw
it's
that.
windy,
Yeah.
the building and the hills are just, they block the,
I
it's
saw
unbelievable.
them making them. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do clinics out there soon as well. And
Well,
Claremont's beautiful, too.
It is
We
a
teach out
sport
there.
that's taking off. My sons came down there like 28 and 25, and it's an old man sport. They went out and they played, and now my son went home, lives in Chicago, and he wants to play 4 days a week.
Awesome.
Loves it, and they're
Awesome.
popping up everywhere.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah,
Other countries, too.
I can imagine.
Yeah, we taught people from England, Spain. I'm trying to think of the third country. This was about 8 years ago. We taught them how to take it back and get it bigger over there.
Sure.
When do you think it'll become an Olympic sport?
My guess is 8 to 12 years.
Wow.
I mean, breakdancing has to get going first. Give me a break.
When do you think naked pickleball will be an Olympic sport?
Probably the naked Olympics.
Probably
if they have
Naked
them.
Olympics.
Probably
If they have 'em.
Probably before 8 to
Stop
12
that.
years.
It might be, that may be a
Hey,
bad
that
idea.
might be something right there.
I think we ought to start that.
The
Naked
senior
gymnastics, yeah.
senior naked games here in the villages, Florida.
No. Let's go for the complete naked games.
Hey, look, you were able to bring somebody in half your age. Maybe the rest of us can too. I mean,
That's right.
I actually have a book on it.
is that,
No, I don't.
Not yet. In the works.
so when you guys travel up and down the road teaching pickleball, I mean, do you do it by motorhome? You do it by hotel? What do you do? I know at one time you were talking about doing an RV trip.
So we did it by motorhome 2 times already. This next time is going to be in a car when we go back out. Yeah, the motorhome, it's a different lifestyle. We really like to go to people's places. Like last year, she taught a lady that gave us a place 100 feet from the water in Lake George, which I taught at the Lake George Club the year before, so I got to know a lot of people. And she invited us, and Mason taught her, and it made her a whole point better. She's been writing us. It's unbelievable. So we stayed 100 feet from the water in an apartment that they had under their $15 million house. It was just beautiful.
Beautiful.
And I'm hoping that she goes out and helps her this year, so we're going to get the phone call soon.
Now, you might have said this earlier, but what 8 states do you have to go? I know Alaska's one of them.
Oh, boy, this is a hard one. Oklahoma, Alaska, Hawaii, and there's 5 others there. Wisconsin. No, I already taught in Wisconsin. Just can't remember.
See that? He's senile as well.
Yeah, I am.
No doubt about it.
Short-term memory is gone, and this is long-term, so I'm in big trouble. I might become a nudist. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, anything to improve health. I mean, that's
Oh, it's true. This is, I mean, think about it. My father was 78 years old. My mother was probably 76, sat on the couch, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes. There was no exercise whatsoever. It's not good. But this sport has brought unbelievable health to people. They're meeting friends. They're meeting their loved ones. They're going on trips. This is the most social sport in history.
Yeah.
I absolutely love what this does. It gives me chills again. It's unbelievable.
you're probably not the only couple who's met on the pickleball court and become
So
spouse.
many.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So many. I own the name picklballdate.com. I'm just waiting for somebody that wants to take it and do something with it, because this is a connection sport, and it's just unbelievable where it comes from.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It is. It's a great sport.
Total
Is
connection.
tennis a thing of the past, you think?
I
Within the
think
next 20
tennis
years?
will keep on going, but I don't think the numbers are going to be there. I think that most of your tennis courts have already started the transition because you can make four pickleball courts out of tennis
One.
court. Most people do 2 because they want all that room around it.
Yep.
But how many courts do we see whenever we travel, maybe around the United States and the world, where there's grass growing up
That's
in the
right.
cracks? It's
Yep.
like pickleball. Yeah.
Well, I do the walk around Eisenhower and up around here, and you
Mm-hmm.
see, the pickleball courts are jammed,
Packed
all the time.
30 people waiting. all the
People
time.
waiting, and then there's maybe a couple people playing tennis, and it's usually people's kids that are running around and whacking the ball. And just don't see it anymore, And it was a
No.
great sport growing up. We loved
Oh,
it.
it was awesome.
But
I
there is a
loved it.
lot of running. When you watch it, there's a lot of running.
I know. I get tired watching it.
It really. And you can control. You seem like you can control the pickleball so much easier than the big racket, and the ball bouncing.
Oh yeah,
Pickleball's just
it's a
tight.
slower ball. I
Yeah.
mean, the tennis ball's a lot faster, and the bounce is like 6-7 feet up when it hits. It's a real forceful forward sport. Tennis is.
Yeah.
But this game, my 88-year-old mother was dinking with us when we taught up and down New York State about 7 years ago before she passed, and she's dinking at 88.
Yeah.
And she loved it. Most people will get addicted with this sport within one time.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm
It's
sorry.
awesome.
Mason, one question: can you beat him in a game of pickleball? You think, honestly?
I don't know.
Are you afraid to beat him? That's what I think it is, probably.
No.
I'll give you the truth because she hasn't answered the truth. The truth is, yes, she can, but this game depends on picking a great partner, not a good partner.
Yep.
She has a great partner and I have a good partner. She's wiping us.
Do you ever play singles?
I played singles one time in
That's it.
pickleball. I played singles in tennis for 38 out
Sure.
of 42 years. I played one time in a tournament against a guy that won U.S. Open and Nationals and 5 other guys at the 4-0 level. I asked to be 2-5, 3-0 because it was my first time. They said, no, you're playing 4-0.
Wow.
I beat everybody, beat him. He sat down 6 points before it was over, couldn't breathe. I have 8 different serves. If you can serve anywhere you want, place that serve in singles, you will wipe people.
Sure.
That's the key to singles.
Hey, watching the clock here, and we're getting close to the end of this session. It's amazing how fast half an hour goes. I am absolutely amazed that there is such a thing as naked pickleball. That was, I've been injured playing pickleball. I can't imagine what it would be like to be injured playing naked pickleball.
It'd be bad.
You brought a sign with you today, and let's make sure that everybody gets a look at that. Nudist pickleball lessons here. You've seen it here on Music and Madness with Tom and John here from the Villages. So, just a quick question: Do you teach any naked pickleball here in the Villages?
No, nobody in the Villages. They do have a group here in the Villages, but no pickleball players have been interested in taking lessons.
They must all be that good.
I do want to say that when we are teaching pickleball to nudists, within minutes, there is no longer feeling that you're teaching naked people.
Yeah,
It
tell you wipe out.
Yeah, well, until they
Yeah.
wipe out.
Yeah.
Till we hit too hard or whatever. But you feel the same way, baby? It's like a regular, it's no big deal. You just get used to it. And I'm happy for them.
You heard it right here. This is some of the madness that takes place in Florida.
That's right.
Absolutely. And I guess there is naked pickleball players here in the Villages. We don't know who they are. Maybe they'll see this episode, want to come on. We'll welcome you.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
we're very interested to hear about your perspective of it. So
And to get in
again,
touch with you guys.
Just call Coach Matty, Coach Mason, and
all right.
look
And
at
you
us,
are
pickleballminute.com.
You got the pickleball minute. You can
Minute.
find you on YouTube.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Facebook.
Coach Matty
Facebook,
pickleball.
Coach Matty.
Yeah.
Find it. Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll have your information on our website available for everybody. And awesome. Thanks for coming out today. Absolutely appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you for the
So-
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.